Good morning everyone. Today we will discuss about the new topic and that is e-banking. E-banking is also called internet banking or electronic banking. This is a new form of banking with the help of information and technology. It runs by waves, saves time and it facilitates us with rapid exchange, and it is 24 by 7 facility provided by bank, and it is very helpful in the today's era or in the 21st century because it is a very essential facility which is provided by bank for the customers who needs their funds transfer rapidly. It keeps your personal information safe. As well as they never tell your account related detail or password to anybody, whether the person before you put himself as the bank of employee. They know your rights as a client and they update your information given on the website on the bank to keep you can also say that internet banking is a quick facility. Through microprocessing chip, computer gets the help in making lakhs of operation within a minute or within a second. You can say customer can immediately perform banking functions by sitting at home only. And the next is saving of time. With the help of e-banking, the payment of bill is done online. Hence, time spent in writing and sending check can be saved. This is also environment friendly. E-banking saves stationery, and with the help of this security, environment is secure. And rapid exchange says that e-banking, any type of exchange can be done very rapidly. 24 hours banking facility. I told you that e-banking provides 24 by 7 hour facility and it is a continuous storage. Here are few facilities which is provided by bank, which is first is electronic fund transfer system. In EFTS, the salary of employee is transferred from employer account to employee account directly. This is called EFTS. This helps in management of funds. The second is real time gross settlement. The real time gross settlement is also known as RTGS and it helps in the transfer of funds. The next is National Electronic Fund Transfer. It is also called NEFT. It transfers the amount from one account to another. These are the few facilities provided by e-banking, and debit card and credit card facility is also provided by bank. In the debit card there is no overdraft facility, while in credit card there is a overdraft facility. The deposited amount can be used and excessive amount is determined by the bank. In the credit card there is no amount of refund due to his or her own. Overdraft amount has to be refunded. The bank issued it to the account holder. Here the bank is issued only to the reputed account holder. देखिए डेबिट कार्ड और क्रेडिट कार्ड में दोनों में फ़र्क रहता है. इसमें ओवरड्राफ्ट की फैसिलिटी नहीं होती है और इसमें होती है, और ये रेप्यूटेड अकाउंटेंट और सिलेक्टेड होल्डर के लिए होता है. और उसके तुलना में अगर देखा जाए तो जो डेबिट कार्ड होता है वो हर अकाउंट होल्डर के लिए होता है और इसमें ओवरड्राफ्ट की फैसिलिटी नहीं होती. मतलब जितना पैसा आपके अकाउंट में जमा है आप उतना ही निकाल सकते हैं, और क्रेडिट कार्ड में आप जितना आपके बैंक अकाउंट में है उससे ज़्यादा निकाल सकते हैं. एंड नाउ वी टॉक अबाउट न्यू टॉपिक एंड दैट इज इंश्योरेंस. When and where and by whom insurance is originated is the matter of research, as also known as by the books of Hammurabi and Manu, that the insurance facility were available in some of even 100 years ago from today. So what is insurance? Insurance is a type of contract in which company gives assurance in the return of definite premium that in case of a death of an insured person और लॉस ऑफ द इंश्योर्ड प्रॉपर्टी इंश्योरेंस कंपनी विल कंपनसेट द ओरिजिनल लॉस. देखिए इंश्योरेंस का मतलब आज की तारीख में सभी जानते हैं और ये कंसेप्ट कोई आज का नहीं है. ये इंश्योरेंस वर्ड जो है वो काफ़ी सालों पुराना है और ये आप इन दो बुक्स के नाम से भी जान सकते हैं. हम्मुराबी एंड मनु, उसमें इंश्योरेंस फैसिलिटी के बारे में बताया था कई 100 सालों पहले. ठीक है, तो इंश्योरेंस का मतलब क्या, तो हम ये जानेंगे कि इंश्योरेंस एक टाइप का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होता है जिसमें कंपनी एश्योर करती है कि अगर कोई व्यक्ति जिसका इंश्योरेंस है और अगर उसकी डेथ हो जाती है या इंश्योर्ड प्रॉपर्टी जो है आपकी उसमें अगर किसी तरह का लॉस होता है तो जो इंश्योरेंस कंपनी है वो उस लॉस को पे करती है. तो ये होता है इंश्योरेंस. देयर आर फ्यू कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ इंश्योरेंस दैट देयर इज 2 पार्टीज. है ना। इंश्योरेंस में दो पार्टी होती है, एक इंश्योरर होता है और एक इंश्योरी होता है, ठीक है। एक वो व्यक्ति होता है जो इंश्योरेंस करता है, मतलब इंश्योरेंस कंपनी, और एक वो व्यक्ति होता है जो इंश्योर्ड होता है, ठीक है, जो अपना इंश्योरेंस खुद का कराना पड़ता है। मीन्स वन इज कंपनी एंड अनदर इज कस्टमर। द नेक्स्ट इज प्रीमियम। Some principal amount is paid, after that the premium will get started, and the premium is that amount which has to be provided to the insurer by insured for the responsibility of possible risk. So a policy holder has to pay certain premium to the insurer, measured in monetary terms. Insurance is measured in money. Certain amount of insurance is certain while making insurance. जो अमाउंट रहता है वो फिक्स रहता है जब भी आप इंश्योरेंस कराते हैं तब, और ये एक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है, इट इज़ अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट। इंश्योरेंस इज अ रिटन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बिटवीन टू पार्टीज। बेसिक टर्मिनोलॉजी ऑफ इंश्योरेंस इज इंश्योरर। Insurer is the person who accepts to bear possible risk. I have told you that it is a company. Insured, the person who insures the possible risk is called the policy holder. It means the customer. Premium. Premium is that amount which has to be provided by the insurer to the insured for the possibility of risk. Insurance policy, it is a written document. Simple. Here are few principles of insurance which you have to read, and advantages also with different types of insurance. Till here you have to read the different topics, and if you are having any doubt then you can ask me later. Okay, thank you.